Okay, so I've just set up iRacing for the first time in nearly 7 years, I think. Anyway, just a quick video to show what I've done. If it helps anybody, it helps. I'm using an R16, so this might work for other Moser wheels. It seems okay for me. It's not. I'm sure it'll need fine tuning, but anyway, let's chuck my Moser up. So this is my Moser settings page, if I can get to it. So I've got a probe which I've used for AMS2 for ages. And this is it basically. So steering angle 900, synchronous, soft limit stiffness, soft limit strength, hard, soft limit gain force, strength on. I don't know what some of this does, but anyway. Wheel intensity is on 80% because it's a really strong wheel. Professional game, 80%. Maximum torque output 100. Hands off protection on. Steering wheel inertia 2250. Max wheel speed 80%. And it always loads that preset. By the way, I saved it and it comes up. Band settings, interpolations 10, is it? Center dead zone 10, natural damping 37, natural friction 20, natural inertia 175. Wheel springs off, game spring 100, game damping 50, game inertia 50, game friction 50, speed dependent damping 60, start point of speed damping 90 kilometers an hour, and then temperature control conservative. Equalizer settings, you'll have to just pause that if you want to look at what I've got. I must have got these from somewhere and they just work for me. Just hold that there for a sec. Base FFB curve, that's just flat for me. Never looked at it. Miscellaneous, don't think there's anything in there. And button mapping, I ain't done nothing with that. If I go back to my actual wheel, because I'm using at the moment, is it a CSV2 or something it's called? Yeah, CSV2. So I've got dual clutch paddle mode is on button, so they're all separate. Because I don't use it as a clutch. Stick mode I've got on button. I ain't touched any of that. I think that's all you've got to do on there, really. But anyway, so that's my Moser set up. Let me just turn that window off. Let's fire up. Well done. I've linked to Steam with iRacing, so if I can launch Steam from my. I can't show on here because I've not got it set up. But anyway, I'm launching iRacing from Steam, and it'll slowly pop up. A big, huge, lovely web page. Hopefully that is showing on OBS. Let's double check. Yeah. So this is your main page. That's my licenses and ratings all down there, which I got from years ago. I never did any of this dirt oval shit formula. I got Class A in Formula, Class A in sports car. Oval didn't do it. 144 updates available, but I think that is for stuff they haven't got, because if you filter it on licensed, there ain't none. Don't get that. Select licensed. Right, so yeah, I've got no updates. Some of the cars I ain't got. So if you want to look at your content, you can go on to here. This is all the shit I've got. Some of them, they're all legacy, which is interesting. I guess they've been fucked off now. Tracks are there. You could actually, I think, if you go to, is it this one? Where is it? Let's go to, I can't remember where the place where you can buy them all is now. Oh, it's on the, shop, there you go. So if you click on cars, and you can filter them or whatever you want and so much of. They're all about 12 quid a cartons. Okay. Yeah, okay. There's a lot there. Tracks is a good one because there are some tracks that I'd love to get if we get into this. You got Thruxton, Silverstone. I didn't remember that wasn't in here before. Sandown, Sachsenring. I'm sure we've done that. Red Bull Ring. A lot of them speedways and shit like that. Probably wouldn't even know what they are. Old Knockhill. But anyway, so if you come back to your home page, which I think is that one, what I found the best thing to do, I ain't worked my way around this yet, but you can go into your profile and check all your shit in there. But if you go into this, must be where you can join stuff and it gives you some tips. I'm not going to bother reading all them. These must be the current series that you can enter now. I could actually register for the Global MX5 Cup. They've always done that, haven't they? Or host, I'm not quite sure what host are. Must be what other people are running. Leagues, we've actually got my old leagues there, look, that we did. 2016. Or you could spectate. But anyway, I find the best thing to do, go to test drive. I've already selected, that's my old car actually, yeah. It's even got the paint, because remember you can do paint jobs if I remember. And just do Lime Rock Park. You can change it if you want, different layout, whatever, change your car. But anyway, the weather is quite interesting. I've set it for late afternoon. Leave debris on track. Practice starting track state. Anyway, and then you can change all your weather and all sorts. I'm just going to leave it now. Or you can do realistic weather. So just leave it like that. And then if you click test drive, I've already got my headset running connected with virtual desktop. And when you pop up, if you just want to change some settings, you might find it easier to do it in your monitor, but I've set mine up now. So I'm going to go open XR because that works with virtual desktop. And launch sim. That window will pop up. But I'm sure it's going to be a hell of a lot to configure still, but I think I've got it up enough to just get me running for a bit. Gloves on because my hand's still a bit sore from my injuries. Alright, I am recording as well, so I don't think it'll affect my graphics, but we'll see. It'll be a nice easy car and track just to start on. I've got Crew Chief running as well. I've turned off the spotter. Now this opens in, you can resize that window within your game settings. You have it full screen, but I don't like doing that. Let me just make sure you can still see that. Yeah, that's all running okay. So basically, that's your window then. So if I pop my headset on. And there we go. So hopefully, just double check that I can, yeah, that's streaming alright. So if I come back to this window. Right, so, oh god, it's put me on the floor here. So basically, when you come in here, if you go into your settings, so it might be set some of this up in flat screen, but some of them will change. So if you set them in flat screen, you'll have to reset them because it stores a different value in VR. So anyway, driving. So I calibrate my wheel, my pedals, and my gearbox, which is just flappy pedals. It set my wheel range as 871. I've got a load cell, so I didn't touch any of that. Clutch, I've actually put on auto clutch for now because this is annoying me. Oh, launch assist, you can do launch assist. I could do a button for that, couldn't I? Not a spare button on the thing, I think. I'll try that. I've assigned a dev button, a button for me at enter, exit, tow. Left and right were already assigned, I think. I can't remember. Yeah, I've got drive now, auto clutch, auto speed limiters off, auto engine start, put it on for now. Wipers I've turned off because I've got a button. Auto tariff I've left on. Obviously the rest of that crap, you don't, you're a real pussy. Driver's view, I've not touched any of that. I don't know whether it applies in VR or not. Force feedback. Now this, I watched a couple of videos, but I just couldn't. I couldn't be arsed. So what I've done, I've just used that profile I showed you in Moser, which is I've always used for AMS2, and just running it in here. So I put that on. Usually linear mode is on. Reduce force field back and part. Wheel force auto. I'm not sure how just to turn that fucker off, to be honest. If I detect, what's it showing? It probably won't detect. Oh, it said 18 newtons, which is about right, because mine's a R16, isn't it? Turn that off. Just try it on off. I thought I'm going to put it at 16. Right. And then intensity is on 70%, so that's the one where you want to slide up or down. Smoothing, damping, min force. I've left them off because I think that's setting the wheel. I'm really not sure about this bit here, this low force effects. I've got them on at the moment on default. I might try them off later on. Volume controls, I've not assigned anything for that. I've left all the other stuff. I haven't changed anything below that. I want the mouse on while I'm driving. Now, one interesting thing about this is in AMS2, I had two wheel profiles, one from a round one from a formula. Couldn't find a way to do it in here, so I think what you have to do is this will save for every car because it's on all cars. If I then go and plug my other rim in, and then I could actually just put it for. So if I'm using a formula car with formula rim, I can just reconfigure some of these assignments and click this car only as far as I know, and then every time I race that car and I put that wheel on, it should load them settings. So then keybinds, fuck me, there's millions of them. You could tick that. But yeah, I did assign ignition starter. I don't know why, because I'm not going to use them. Pit speed limiter I've got. There's so many. Windshield wipers I put on because that's easy enough. Toggle dash box. I didn't want to assign for that, but once you've assigned a key, I couldn't get rid of it, so I just put spacebar in. Shift horizon up, shift horizon down. Ah, see, that might be useful to have. Because, yeah, you find yourself, center VR view. I've already done that. So you want to recenter VR view. I've not touched any of these. These are for your turning things on and off, I think. And again, these, I didn't really want them, but there you go. Pause sim, I haven't assigned anything like that because I've already got something assigned for something else which seems to do the same thing. Black boxes, now I've just used my, on my CSV2, you've got the sticks. So I've gone for the left stick, right and left to go through the black boxes. I've not put anything for these. Next control, which is when I think when you're on the next black box, it moves it up and down to the options. So I've gone with the same stick up and down, and then for the increment of the option you've got selected, I've used my right stick. I think it's left and right because it's showing it different for some reason. And toggle the selected control, I've got pressing down on the right stick, and then the left stick, I've got to make that box bigger or smaller. Anyway, your splits, I need to work them out because there are different splits you can have on. And I've just got, I don't think I've got anything assigned for that at the moment. Spotter, I'm not using him anyway. I'm using crew chief. Yeah. Telemetry login. I wonder if I could. Well, I'm not going to do that now. You see what I mean in a minute. Audio and force feedback. You can increase whatever. Chat. I haven't signed anything yet. I think I used to use voice something or other to do this in the past. Not done anything with these because I won't be using them at the moment. And then you've got car setup adjustments. Obviously none of these you can do on this car because I ain't got any. But how do you do brake bias plus and brake bias minus? Because I don't see it there. You can toggle it, you can set it, but there's nothing to say increase or decrease. So that's something to have a look at. It's again same with traction control, but this car's got none of it, I guess. Anyway, so that's them. Interface, I think these are all on default. Oh yeah, to edit your UI, you can, there is a button, but I've assigned a button so I can do it as well. Only change the 24-hour clock and the date format there. Now there's where you can set your split time delta, session optimal lap. Or you could do one of them. I've just left it at that for the moment. I assume that cycle will cycle through that. Don't know what this reference car is, so I've turned the fucker off. Display delta bars on. Video and screen capture, replay options, external displays. Anyway, so that's that. Display, this is where I've set the size of that window on my desktop. Because I've got a 4K screen, I've set it that because it takes up about a quarter of the screen, which is just nice because I'm not looking at it, but I use it to stream from. Resolution scale, I've not changed. Oh, I could do that. I don't know, on bottom right, if anything. I don't want it full screen, obviously, it defeats the point of having it smaller. Got a border around it, not touched any of that, not touched any of this. And VR, them are all default at the moment. I don't know if you can change them because it looks like, I don't want to allow eye tracking, but I can't even change it because you click that, it doesn't do fuck all. Anyway, graphics, I've just left everything on default, whatever it was. I've not changed anything. Don't think I have anyway. Steering wheel, hand, side obstruction. So I've not looked at this. Oh, the only thing I had to change was the mirrors because it wasn't showing the virtual mirrors. So I put 3 on. Again, you might need to be careful what you're doing in the detail. I haven't got high detail on because maximum 20 cars. This is all default. 40 or 20, what's that mean? Don't know. We'll probably find all this out when start to race and it all tits up. Image quality. So I've not touched anything in there. Post-processing is off. Just got to hope it picks a good level because, oh, maximum, I don't want a frame rate limit, 190. Never saw that before. Limit to 90. Because of VR. What's this? NVIDIA Reflex. Video memory. Don't know. Anyway, audio, I've not changed anything yet. And you can obviously search for control. So there you go. So, I think you can edit this screen here as well if you click on edit. So, just tweak that. So I'm going to test, and then you get in the car. Now I've assigned a button, but you can click edit UI, and all this shit pops up. One thing I'll say is, you can grab them back quite easy with your mouse. Just click that. You can do specific car as well. Show all widgets ready. So if I click that, look how many more come up. So if you look about, most of the stuff that I've shoved down this side, I've just fucking turned off because I don't want it. There's too much info. But if you go to the widget options there, you can see which ones I've turned off. So all the chat shit I've just turned off for now. Lap timings, which is that one on the left, I've turned off. I mean, some people love all this shit. Split times I've turned off, which I don't know where that is. Oh, it's up the top there again. It's just weird. Standings I've got, which is start lights. Obviously you want on. Virtual mirror I've turned off. Weather I've turned on. Fucking weather, I ain't got time to look at that. Basically, just take your pick. It's just, I'm going to spot the messages I've got somewhere right in the middle, so it'll tell me stuff. There's just so much you'll need tinkering with on there, but anyway, close that, and then let me just untick that. So these are the ones I've got shown at the moment. So I've got penalties, standings, pit lane info, main dash box, inputs. Obviously the relatives important. That's my main black box, which also contains a relative. It'd be nice to be able to, when you cycle through this black box, not to show the relative because I've already got it. Start lights have got race alerts, any connection warnings. I think they only pop up if you have any. And then system meters, which is your frame rate, etc. And that's it. So once you've done it, lock UI, and that's what I've got at the moment. If I cycle using my button, the main HUD, you can see what it goes through. That timings, weather. That radio was a pain in the ass because if you click it, your mouse will get stuck where it's trying to type a message. Oh, and the mirrors. So left side mirror, you can adjust. They actually move quite nicely now. So you need to change your yaw and your pitch for left, right, and rear view. So if I go on the rear one, for example, watch that. See it's moving. You just need to get it right for you. I think that's about right for me. So, and you cycle through, there's your tyre. It doesn't show tyre wear then, does it? And then you can do your tyres and that. So if I think it's up on the same stick, I can cycle through them. If I click down on the right stick, I think, oh no, yeah, use the right stick to adjust the values. He's now going to put more air in the tyre, the twat. This says applies next. Oh, come on, put my car down, thanks. Right, so just go back to the left right stick. There's a big learning curve. Anyway, get going. A quick drive round. I've got a pit limiter set, but it doesn't actually tell you in the car that you've got it on. But the steering feels a bit weak again now, probably because I've turned. What did I change? Yeah, it's way off too weak, that is. Losing a bit of frames, it's probably because I'm recording. It actually streams better than it records. Yeah, that's way too soft. Let me just go to... So you can up the force feedback down here. That one, yeah. That's a bit loud. Oh, that feels quite nice, maybe a touch. Do need to learn a bit more about the feedback, I think, but feels quite nice. A little bit of motion on the wheel now when you're going straight, because the roads are never fucking... It's driver height. Let me just... Which one is it? That one. Oh yeah, I can lower my seat using that. Okay, that's a bit better. Maybe up one. It's a bit fiddly getting used to it. Like. Auto clutch, it doesn't let you change down when you're accelerating from what I can see. It could be just this car.
You've gone outside of track limits there. You'll need to slow down to give back the time gained.
It feels nice enough, but it's going to need a bit of tweaking, and I'll give it that. Come on, just back off. Just do that. I think it's probably a bit too low now.
You'll need to slow down if you don't want a penalty. Black flag, we'll need to come into the pits to serve it.
Oh, bollocks. Stop and go. Anyway, that's basically, I'll stop the video because that's probably long enough, but I think it might
Black
show
flag,
what I'm putting
we'll
so
need to come
on.
into the pits to serve the penalty.
It looks nice, you know. And then you have to stop to get out the car and hold the reset button down, which is your toe button, whatever it is. The same again now. And I should go back to the main screen. Oops. I'm just gonna go, where's my fucking mouse gone? I'm just gonna go. I'm not happy with that feedback now. Let me put it on. All fours. Oh. Just quickly try that.
exit's clear. Stay behind the white line. Your right sides are cold.
It's too soft again now. There's an auto button you can click there, but that feels a bit better. Yeah, standard MX-5, so we're going with that. Brakes feel okay, I'm not getting lockups, but I'm not setting anything up yet. So, anyway, there you go, let me come back to this. We, quit. Let's quit. It should take me back to the main page then. Yeah. So there you have it. Definitely worth a look. Give it a month to try it out and see what you think of it. Laters.